This is my first FPS game and my first heavy hardware utilizer, so this is going to go a little bit rough at first, but hopefully I can catch on quick. Um, so, let me make sure everything is going good. Okay. Maybe. We'll see if anything breaks. Um, so, I know I don't have very mixed experience with this, so we'll see how I have to change these later. Of course, the mouse has its own independent DPI that I can adjust on the mouse itself, as well as in the game, which makes things a little bit more complicated. Um, I don't know what this is going to do. I'm not using controller, I'm using mouse and keyboard. And I have all the assists disabled, of course. I will never play a game on a difficulty mode other than the hardest one, or at least let's play it, because the audience doesn't really want to ever see that, and it makes it such like I beat the game, but there's caveats. It puts like an asterisk next to your victory when you beat the game. So definitely not going to turn on any assists, whatever they do. Leaving the tutorial on just because this is my first FPS game, and so I'm probably going to need it, although that might be annoying for the Let's Play. I'm probably going to need it. The controls are pretty dense. I'm not going to be able to memorize them right off the screen right now, so I might bumble through them a bit. I have to have this on because it's obviously a YouTube video. If I don't, the video is going to be not only claimed, it's going to be DMCA taken down. So it's not going to be allowed to even be on YouTube unless I check that box. I am playing on headphones, otherwise I will get feedback into my mic and that doesn't work. Usually when you do a Let's Play, you want the dialogue to be, the voice acting that is, to be very loud in comparison to the background music and effects, because you want to be able to make it so that your voice talks way over the background music, while then also, but that not suppressing the dialogue so hard that you can't hear it. I might actually have to make these suppress even further, so 50% may not be enough. That might only be 3 dB. So, but I'm going to try this for at least the first episode, and if the audio editing is a nightmare, I'll suppress the effects and the music volume even more. Also, I'd like to suppress the effects volume more than the music, but don't know how important hearing the effects is going to be in the game, so I'm leaving it as 50 for now, just in case. I turned off the DLSS, and I'm putting it on 1920 by 1080, which is the resolution I'm going to be recording at. So and that'd be also at 60 FPS, and that's the resolution of my monitor. The reason why I turned off the DLSS is because, although some people think DLSS looks better than native sometimes, I do have a 3090 in the box, which you might find it kind of weird that I have a 3090 in my box, but I'm only at 1080p, and it has to do with the reason why I have a 3090 in my box is not having to do with the resolution in which I would play video games. I built this rig for like a different reason, and I maybe should get a higher resolution monitor, but I haven't bothered yet. This might have to increase, but I'm not going to do it yet. If I look at the video afterward and I see it's kind of dark looking, I will increase the brightness. Games have a tendency, in my opinion, to be excessively dark, so increasing the brightness is something that might happen in later episodes, and everything else on as high as it will go. And we'll see what happens. The only thing I know about this going in is that there's a female protagonist character that wears like black clothes and has this very red hair, whose name I do not know, and the story has something to do with the floppy disk. That's pretty much it. I also know the game is rated M for sci-fi violence and a light sprinkling of profanity. So that's it. So let's try it and see what happens. Oh, it's going to make me go through this again. Oh, I should have turned on the subtitles. Is there a way to get into settings from here?
Fair warning.
If you don't want to do a Let's Play without the subtitles on.
Than usual. Can't be helped.
Options. Wait, subtitles is not in this? What? Here we go. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sorry about that.
You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall.
Sorry, gonna have to do something. I have to adjust something here. I have to adjust my sound card. Sorry about that.
We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Hello? Anyone here?
Okay, I'm gonna adjust something one more time. Or hopefully last time. Come on. Yeah, I have the G-Sync on, but I'm seeing screen tearing. I don't know what'll happen on the recording, though. Okay. Don't know what I will use to interact with things yet. Okay, I see a shiny. I use F. Okay. Oh, I have to hold it down. G. Okay, it auto-saved. Okay. Prohibited items reminder. Okay. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby, personal Lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Okay, so this game doesn't take itself super seriously. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay. However, I might want to remember these things. They might come up in some weird twist later. Like, remember, no rubber ducks, no ketchup, no number 2 pencils. Or anything smart. There might be a pun on that, I don't know. Okay. Cool, so now I got through all the correspondence. Stuff yet? Cool. Need more shinies. Get outside. You wouldn't think so because it you try to kind of guess the gameplay order, but I guess is there a jump? Well, I think there was. 'Cause I saw it in the. This is why you turn the brightness up. But sometimes you get dark zones. No modern technology. Please check all devices with security. No unauthorized personnel. And this area is under 24-hour surveillance. Yeah, definitely going to turn the brightness up a little bit here. Okay. Heard a door open. Jesse Snyder is the something person. Oh, these are just names. Okay, so Jesse Snyder is I guess is the person we're playing as. There's some other names that will... I don't think I'm going to be able to realistically memorize them in a reasonable amount of time. So I won't bother, but I might miss out something by not doing so. Well, I went for native 1080p, but that's still not enough resolution to read these things. And I probably talked funky over my chin went over my microphone, like looking at my screen. Okay, so this door's unlocked. First aid, fire. I think it probably wants me to go there first, so I'm going to go the kind of the wrong way. Because that's supposed to, like, invite me. Not there yet. Okay. Oh. That's not very much of a sprint, but okay. This place is open. First aid. Nothing to interact with here. Toilet paper's on the floor. There's nothing in the holding the roll onto the... Yeah, how's that toilet paper roll supposed to work exactly? It's like piercing through the roll. Yeah, how... Nice job. Mirrors on the ceiling. Okay. Step ladder. You can climb up on it, but nothing to interact with up here. Nice detail, you can climb up on it. Light switch, can't interact with it as far as I can tell.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Okay, that because of the dialogue, it seems like progress is that way, so let's not go that way. Interact with this. Game. Game about secret agents. Okay. dude may come up later. Okay, let's interact with some of this. Well, whenever, actually, let's go down to the room below. Because I figured out, I thought this was progress, that's why I didn't go in here, but it seems like it's not, so. Ashtray, files, phones and tray. Not supposed to be any phones. Supposed to notify our supervisor if we see smartphones, but we don't know who they are. Bureau. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple contained breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. My fans and my cooling system really spun up, so I guess something's really... Some hardware is really working hard here. Don't know what my FPS is. Doesn't seem to matter, it seems to be good enough, though. Okay. Oh, no hints or anything. Bulletin board with punch cards, but we don't have any way of interpreting the punch cards. Lockers, some playing cards, boxes, or mugs, files, coffee machine. Okay, nothing to interact with, though. Just showing off the art skills of the developers, that's all. Yeah, my fans are... I like, made my fan curve more aggressive, like, just before trying this. Okay, let's interact with this. You have to hold down F for a while. Okay, got the expenditures.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Okay. Let's see here. You got some couple things. Expenditure summary, executive sector Q2. Staffing, surveillance, data center initiative, construction. Okay. Office equipment, janitorial costs, mold removal, HQ living, livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Compiled by the FBC Accounting Department, Director Zachary Trink. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's very important. Besides, there's stuff that's redacted. That's important, but it's redacted, so I can't see it. Is that it? What did I pick up on the other side? All time. What? Well then... What did I pick up over here? Didn't I pick up something? I mean, there's nothing to pick up. There's only one of these and one of these. I'm confused. Well, whatever. I guess I should look at things right after I pick them up, otherwise they disappear or something. Surely. Let's go back to where I thought was progress, which I think is over here. I went over here, right? Oh, this is progress, okay. There's juddering, stuttering going on. Okay, Ari was in there, okay. Sweet. Oh, this door. Yeah, here we go. I was already in the bathroom. Okay. Sorry for my disorientedness. Nothing to interact with there? Okay, cool. A lot of conference rooms. Okay, let's check this conference room first, I guess. Can't get in there that way? Glass needs to be more convincing like glass. Guys, will have some subtle reflections to it. Coming to the back. Oh, I see my reflection in the picture. That's kind of cool. Okay. Creepy ambiance noises. Hello, as you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting for them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request Form R4E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4 is a mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head. Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Your admin team. Okay. Sweet. Still don't know what that one thing I picked up was. I can't make out the lyric, like, the way I have to set up, I can't make out the lyrics of the background singing. But there is this, like, soft singing in the background.
Hello?
Nothing to interact with in here. Oh, the janitor is singing to himself. Okay. Let's not interact with him yet. Let's go in here. Let's see here. Wow, this is attentional something. Banking a shark in his, although secure, permission to, following basic protocol, shoot to kill. Good luck. Well, okay. They couldn't be bothered to come up with like creative package designs for the chips, the nut pistachios, and so on. Let's interact with this janitor guy.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
That was a very unnatural interaction. It's like Jessie talking to herself with Ahti being able to overhear, which is kind of strange. We just came back out the way we went in. Oh, here's the elevator. Okay, what's not... I guess we will. I think I've done everything I can do here, so... Let's go.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Ironically, I just got finished playing Ever 17. So that came off a little differently. Directory Zachariah Trinch. Okay. List house. Discovered August 4th, 1964. Discovered, not built. That's a little strange. Something of note. Okay, this area is under 24-hour video surveillance. Check with guard before proceeding.
We're starting from the top.
There's like bombs or something. Let's look like significance. Okay. Open yet? Okay. Jesse Faden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers of the mysteries of her childhood. Okay. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara, not a single one. Trench. Okay, cool. Let's not go in there. Let's go here. Looks like we need a key or something. Okay. Now. I'll work on getting that.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Is that a fourth wall break? Well, yes, really, because this is a shooter game, and so you need to have something to shoot with. So yes. It is pretty meta, though.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
So it's kind of like energized potodermis, the gun. It could do something good to you, or something bad, you don't know. Okay. So I have some sort of gauge in my lower left. I presume it's health, because it's got a plus sign. We got Minecraft. Follow the board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge. Okay.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Lame. Okay. Well, somehow I'm gonna have to figure out how this health works. Is there a jump? It just zooms in. There's gotta be some... Okay. Oh, now it tells me. So this is gonna probably be the last thing I do before I stop recording here, so I don't want these to be very long. Okay. So I hit spacebar. Okay. Oh, very tight tolerance platforming, I see. I don't know if you can get momentum, but... So we're doing this in order to be hired as the assistant janitor, I suppose? Oh, we use V to melee. Okay. Well. Sweet.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
How do I use it? Oh. Okay. Is there limited ammo? Service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use. Okay, so there is no, it's not an ammo pickup thing. Okay, well that's lame or not lame, depending on how you think of it. Well, this looks kind of like a boss arena of sorts. Oh, okay, well. I can melee this guy if I need to. That can, like, you can shoot in some way. Okay. How do I collect it? I guess I can't.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Okay, and I think that's it.
Things have quieted down outside.
Oh,
Is it safe to go?
yeah, so the interaction returns to me. Okay. Well, I hope there was a checkpoint because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, cool. So now I'm sort of done with all of that. The story behind this game was, so back when I was in college, I used to work with these kind of mediocre laptops because one of them was a Dell XPS and the other was an MSI GE65 Raider or something like that with a 1060 in it. And throughout my stint at university, I had to do various numerical simulations. And I was often frustrated with the speed at which my computers could complete them. And then, so after I graduated, with circumstances I can't explain in detail, I discovered the value of computer systems with high-end GPUs in them for processing, for throughput. And so I decided that I might want to try to finish a physics problem that I was working on in one of my internships while I was in college. And again, I can't explain in detail what that was, but at the time I was unable to complete it in a timely manner. And so I decided, okay, if I can get a computer system with a system that can do simple operations with high enough throughput, then I'll be able to realize it. So I decided, for almost no other reason besides to do that and play Bionicle video games, I set out to put together a computer system that was essentially the most powerful thing I could do within a reasonable budget being like $5K. And it turned out being something with, I don't know, an RTX 3090 in it, which at 2020, it's 2022 by the time I finally started recording this, but that was the end of 2020, was the best gaming GPU they had on the market. Now, I was a nerd and I had no idea. I never owned an Xbox and I never owned a PlayStation, and I didn't actually know what the use was for graphics cards. So I hadn't actually figured out what a graphics card was even for until I started researching custom-built computers and figured out that most of the reason why people make DIY computers primarily, like 99% of the DIY computer market, is for playing video games. And so then I had this $5,000 system for playing video games set up, in essence. And I was like, well, it's a waste if I don't play something that utilizes this hardware, especially if this hardware costs thousands of dollars and the video game itself only costs $17. So that's why I'm trying this out and trying to see what happens. I have no real... The reason why this game in particular is just because I was on the EVGA forums, and at the time, Epic Games had this free-to-play at some point. Of course, they're not using the Epic Games launcher because it is known to be, in the words of Steve Burke, an accidental benchmark sometimes. So I didn't want to put that on my system. But, so I bought it through Steam instead, which means I didn't actually do it free-to-play. But because this is something I knew of because it was mentioned in name and supposedly reported as a visual masterpiece on the EVGA forums as a response to it being free to play and that being like this piece of news that got brought up. Because of the name recognition, I just chose this one kind of randomly. So that's why this is the one that's been chosen. I have no anticipation of this being any good at all. Besides it somehow being a visual masterpiece. And my impression of it so far hasn't really been that good. It seems pretty lame. But whatever. We'll see what happens. That should be it. Bye.